Today we gather to mourn the passing of one of the finest American authors, J.D. Salinger.
I'm really gonna miss him.
Me too.
Let's take a moment to discuss the life of Mr. Salinger, a brief summary, if you will. He was a writer, he was a man, fantastic author, and an all-around nice guy. He lived the last years of his life in a small town, and he was reclusive. He died at 91 of natural causes.
That was really concise.
Yeah, it was like a stripped-down synopsis of his life.
Weird.
If we could, let's discuss the symbolism of his reclusive behavior as a form of self-protection.
Symbolism?
In fact, it could be argued that it was one of the themes of his adult life was the phoniness of the adult world, the hypocrisy and the
Excuse me.
pretension.
Excuse me.
Yes. What? Who?
Do you actually know anything at all about J.D. Salinger?
Of course I do.
Really? Because it sounds like you didn't do any research on his life. I mean, I'm sorry, but this eulogy sounds like the Cliff Notes.
Mm-hmm. That's ridiculous. I am a professional eulogizer, and if I could, I would like to continue. Please, thank you.
Sure.
Let's talk for a minute about the red shirt that he was wearing. It could represent maybe his individualism or uniqueness, or it could perhaps represent the central conflict in his life, the need for isolation versus the need for companionship.
Okay, that definitely sounds like the Cliff Notes. Yeah.
Well, I'd like to take a minute to talk about motifs. A motif is a recurring structure. It was contrasts, and it is literary devices that help develop and form the life's major
Stop it!
themes.
Stop
okay.
it!
Look,
Stop.
mister, you didn't do your homework, okay? You did no research on his life. You don't know anything about him, and you're taking shortcuts.
How dare you? How dare you? I was just about to get to the analysis of the many key characters of his life.
Characters of his life. Characters?
Yes. Well, would you prefer a plot summary?
No.
Tropes?
Okay, this is enough. Enough. Okay, J.D. Salinger was a literary hero, and you're making a mockery of his legacy by not taking the time to read his actual biography. Okay, you know, you're cheating him, and even worse, you're cheating yourself.
We're very disappointed in you, Gregory.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I have to do a lot of eulogies. And I didn't have time to do the research in every single one of them. I'm sorry about that. You know, sometimes I guess I feel it's better to get a passing grade in many eulogies than it is to get an A+ in just one. And I'll tell you something, I mean, my workload is pretty heavy, and sometimes the subject matter doesn't grab me right away. But you're all so righteous, aren't you? You're so righteous, and you sit there, but you know what I see? I'm looking at you and I see a bunch of goddamn phonies!
Finally, something Salinger actually said.
Right.